Day 2 starting. Just want to look at these clouds in here. Kind of a cool morning. Really pretty. I think we got some rain coming later. Turn it back up. It's like walking in the death marshes of Lord of the Rings. You notice the water is crystal clear. Look at that. Sandy bottom, but the part that makes you nervous is when you can't see the bottom. Ooh. You know? Or what might be over there. This is cool right here. It's a nice little section. Yeah. It's a little scary though. On we go. See here, these are like basalt stone, and in between is you don't know what. Mud of some depth. Sometimes it's right there like it looks like. Sometimes it goes over your ankles, so it's kind of like playing hopscotch on these, sort of, because they're all so slippery. So you gotta be careful. But we're out here. There's the cypress dome right there. Look at that. How those trees group together. And this is the Florida Trail. This section has been pretty cool. This is like just past the 4-mile marker, so I'm just getting started, really. But I just went through a really neat area. With, there you go. Oh, there's a hole. Through Cypress Dome, and I got my water from there, and it was up to above my knees. I'm 6'3", so it was pretty. It wasn't terrible, but that was the deepest it's been. Most of it's been just this kind of mucky with rocks and slippery holes like that. And now we're getting into kind of a cool prairie. There's another cypress dome, if you can see that curve right there, right? All right. Came back from here. Doesn't look like anything, does it? Literally in the middle of nowhere. And we're heading this way. There's a trail. You can see that it is a trail. It's just under about 2 feet of water. But the water is crystal clear, which is kind of cool. And it's cold. Just gotta keep looking for snakes. I don't really think I'll see a gator out on this kind of a trail, but never know. Definitely could see some snakes though. But because it's so cold, I think, you know, they're just hiding out. They're not going to be very active at all. This water's numbing my feet. It's that cold. And this is about as fast as you can go right here. This is a fairly smooth surface. It's just sand and mud underneath. But when it gets into that rock and sand, it's pretty slow going because you're gonna easily snap your ankle. That's about it. Most of the trail has been that in the last 2 hours, and then you get to kind of the end of it, of a section, and it turns into this, which I have a feeling is what it looks like about a month from now. This whole trail is going to look like this, because I think this was underwater a few weeks ago. Anyway, there you go. This is the part that's a little nerve-wracking to me, getting in these woods like this. This is prime snake territory. I mean, look around you, man. We are in the Everglades. It's kind of cool how this water is this clear, though. It's psychologically challenging. You have to kind of just go, well, I'm doing it. And not sit there and worry about snakes and keep your eyes open, but can't really worry about it. Otherwise, you won't go anywhere. If you look way up there, there's another red, orange hash. Coming that way. All right. It's only 4 o'clock, but I'm done. I made it almost to the 12-mile marker, so I did like 9 miles today. Not really that many miles comparatively, but I just was too tired, and there was no dry place to stop. So although everybody keeps saying, oh, all the campsites are dry, they're not. The main ones are, 7 and 10 are dry, but everything else is pretty much not. So I had to keep walking, and I didn't really get a chance to sit down and eat lunch. Also, this Sawyer squeeze thing doesn't work well, so I'm not getting enough water. But anyway, got around 3 o'clock, and I was like, man, I've got to go another 4 or 5 miles to get to an established camp. All the other ones along the way I've been trying to stop at just weren't dry enough to stop. So I thought, man, I don't want to go another 4 miles just to find out maybe that one's not dry. So I stopped early. I took 9 miles instead of going further. Ate some food, drank all my water. Just gotta rest. This trail is hard, and it's not, I'm not going to say it's not fun. There are sections of it that are really cool to look at, but to be honest with you, you're working so hard, and it's so difficult with the water pulling you down and slipping and sliding and twisting your ankle, and you don't really get a chance to look at anything. I mean, you have to stop to look around, or else you'll fall if you're looking when you're walking. So, and there were many sections in here I was like, man, what the hell did they put a trail through here for? It's just gator lagoons. So I'm not saying it isn't okay, but for me, it's just not something I would ever do again. It's not that enjoyable. It's a lot of work, and I'll be glad when I get it done, because I want to get out of here. But also, just say you did it once, but just be aware. If people try to tell you, oh, it's a beautiful ecosystem, it's wonderful, you're gonna love it, maybe. Just be warned. It is a trek through water 8 hours straight every day with very little land in between. And that's a lot of work, water up to your shins or knees. And then there's really no campground to stop. So you got to push fast enough to get to some kind of camp by the end of the day, right? So it's hard. It is definitely a difficult trail. It's not a moderate. It's difficult. And I'm ready to get out of here. I still got 20 miles to go, or 15 or something. I don't know. Gonna work on it tomorrow. Good night. Listen to this. So I thought that was, it's been getting closer and closer for hours. I thought that was four-wheelers. It's actually those, there must be hundreds and hundreds of those white storks over there. I think that's what it is. When it was further away, it sounded like motors, but now that it's closer, it's clearly not. Weird. Maybe we'll see him tomorrow. That's what it is. Something spooked him. 1,000 of them came up a minute ago. Right over in the center of that group of trees, all the way to like right there. All that horizon back in those trees. They're settling in for the night, I think. Loud. There they go. Some of them. Cool.